Welcome back to my studio. Today's Sunday again. Trying to keep myself accountable, but this week was honestly more about survival. Um, and I hate to even say this to people that are listening from the north, but Indiana had a snowstorm ish. Um, but mostly Indianapolis is not capable of dealing with even 6 to 8 inches of snow, so the city was somewhat shut down. I went home early on Wednesday. It was still raining. I felt ridiculous. And then I got to work on Thursday. As it was storming, they sent us home at 3 o'clock. They shut the building. The sad thing is if I'm not at work at this point, I don't get paid. I'm a new hire, so I don't have vacation or personal days built up. So I worked with my bosses. So Friday I worked a really long day, and I worked yesterday, so I'm a little bit tired. I had to shovel out because there's not been any snow removal on my street, and Thursday, Friday mornings, that was really problematic. I spent way too much time shoveling just to get to work, so my excuse list is long. I do have my drawing out. I am going to maybe set this just for a little bit longer tonight and let you watch me draw for a while. Maybe that's soothing to somebody. I know people watch different things, and I just need the accountability. And if you're watching over my shoulder, that's my accountability tonight. So I got really anxious having to leave before dark and park where I had to park with no street lights. Fell into Meridian Street here in Indianapolis. I was cleaning my street, ended my street out in front of a truck. I had angels working overtime to keep me alive, I think, this week. I think my bosses thought I'm crazy going in, but I honestly like having studio space and a place to live, so I made the choice to go in. I knew I could drive. I lived in Grand Rapids for a while in a really bad winter, so I thought if I'm careful I can get in, and I did. So I lived to another day. I think I'm missing some pencils. I have to go hunting some pencils soon. Page 6B. I do use an electric pencil sharpener. I think it has saved me on pencil wear and tear. It's battery operated. It's a cheap Fiskars one, and I do use a variety of pencils. This area underneath the beak is really dark here. Don't know if you can see what I'm doing. was using a 7B and I wanted to use a 6B. The larger the number on the B drawing pencils, it means that they're softer and therefore create a darker mark. I'm using a technique that my high school teacher taught me. I'm not going to go into it. He swore us to secrecy, and I have never told. But I know it's different than a lot of people use. I don't use like hash marks or contour lines. It's just what I learned in high school, mixed with years of painting and drawing and graduate school, art school. I started my college career back at Hanover as a history major. Well, I actually started psychology, moved to elementary education, and then history with the idea of pre-law. I was going to go to law school. That didn't happen. I had 3 kids, which I wouldn't trade for law school, that's for sure. But here I am now, working in a state government position in an office. And I'd rather be painting all the time, but it pays the bills, and I get to have my studio space, so you go where life takes you. Right now, it's Indianapolis, Indiana. So I am looking for students. If anybody's interested, I've taught different media. This is just what I'm working on now. Like I said in other videos, yeah, I can store these in a portfolio, and they don't take up much space, and they're relatively cheap to do. So in some ways, they're therapy for me now. Until I can find gallery representation, and which is I think it's a good way to spend my time. Going back to black and white reinforces the importance of values when you are working in color, which is hugely important to the success of a painting. Sometimes we can get lost in color and forget value structure. It doesn't always have to be like crazy contrast. Sometimes it can be really soft values, transitions, but knowing what you want to do with them is important to the success. Because as an artist, you get to choose. And I'm working on this raven. I don't know, I keep coming back to ravens. Ravens keep coming back, and blackbirds. Crows keep coming back in my life. They find me. Literally, the birds find me. People that have been around me know this to be true. Hopefully it's not. In 2020 is when I saw them most, and that was right before my dad died. I saw the most blackbirds I had ever seen in my life that day. They kept following me around town because I was driving. I was training for paratransit bus driver that day. And they just were huge flocks of them here in the city. I've not seen them like that since, but in all fairness, I didn't get out much the last couple of years, so I don't know if that's something they do in March or not. I am working from a photograph. You have to really play with the values sometimes on it, because it's a black bird and you have to push and pull to make it come alive. I don't know. I'm not native. I don't have a spirit animal, but I do notice birds. The other day when I was driving to my mom's house, I saw a bald eagle and it flew right over my car, which I'd never had happen before, Indiana in particular. I mean, it was low, it was like it was coming towards me. I was like, I do not want to hit you. And then when I got back, I took my mom to town and got back, and there was a bald eagle in her town sitting on a pole watching us. So I don't know what it is with me and birds. Maybe I just notice them. This particular bird, it was a raven that was at the Grand Canyon. Trying to think what year. Bikes. The person I'm talking about now, they helped drive during that. No, they didn't. We flew out there. We flew out. I don't know. It was before 2008.